friendly as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here, and I'm back for another crafty video. So today is, normally it would be a Make It Monday, but I've got stuff going on. So I'm currently trying to clear my craft room, ready for tomorrow when my work starts taking place. So as it's, I've made, like, I'm going to make some little matchbook things, but I want to make, well, I'll say little, I want to make a giant one. Not too giant, but something more befitting the folio that I'm making. I also have some paper that I'd like to use up, so I was thinking, trying to work around what I've got. I don't, maybe not this size, but I don't know. We're going to make something. So I have, I'll be very honest with you, been making some prototypes for things that I will make after I've had work done. I've got some exciting things coming up, but I really don't want to get into those things just yet, because otherwise I will get so deep into it and I'll have to go finding all the things that I've just packed away. So I'm trying to pare back what I'm doing, so hopefully you'll enjoy what I'm making, yeah, so let's how many can I say in one video? I don't know. Should we try? It's not a competition, Dave. Right, I'm just going to use some file folder because I've got it to hand, and we will go from there. So it's really hard when you're working back from something, isn't it? What you actually want to do. So first of all, let's try again. Let's figure out how big do I want the thing to be. So if it was half that size, is that about right? Actually, yeah, maybe that's about right. I could have it that way around, couldn't I? So I don't know. You're probably all shouting at me saying, no, do this, do that, do t'other. But I'm not going to. I'm doing my thing. Right, if we have that as the top, and then it's going to fold up. So how big is this? Yeah, we're going to have to cut this down because that's not a big enough lip. So let's cut the paper. What should we have the paper at? Okay, let's cut some of the paper off. Let's cut some of the edge of the paper off. Rather than worrying about what size it is, I will use the width of the ruler as my guide. I think I'm going to go, should I go that way round or should I go that way round? No, I'll go that way round because I'm going to cut this bottom bit off anyway. Let's try and here is the news, brought to you by Dash of Dave. They don't shuffle paper like that anymore, do they? Because they don't have paper, they all have it on a screen. Showing my age there. Just ignore me. Where have I put? Oh, blimey! Please don't say I'll pack that away. No, there's one. Do I have t'other one? Is the other one? Where is the other knife? Whilst that's okay, the blade goes a bit wobbly because it's meant for cutting through thicker things rather than lots of things. There we go. That's the more stable knife. Got it. It's all right. We're fine. The heat is off. It's not the heat is on. Do you remember? Is that? Don't you, who sang that? The heat is on. The heat is on. That. Was it Go West? I don't know. Oh, no, that's got me thinking, hasn't it? Right. Let's cut that off. Which we have. Let's cut it off. I already have. Put that back in there. So we're going to have a box fold, a box score line. Okay, yeah, that's more like it, isn't it? So I will, let's put that on there. So if I have I might as well use the fold that's already there, mightn't I? I might as well use that there as my box fold at the top. And then at the bottom, we're going to mark it. I'm going to mark it about there. Don't know what that is. I'll put it on the scoreboard, and we will find out. I know I haven't cut it to the right width yet, but I'm just want to kind of, yeah, maybe that's what I should do first. Can you tell that? Can I be really honest with you? I can be really honest with you because I'm always really honest with you guys. So. I have been struggling, been sat here. My mojo has deserted me. Been sat here feeling a bit sorry for myself. And just not feeling great about things. And it's nothing.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, that's because I wasn't talking to you. That's flaming Siri jumping into everything, thinks that the world revolves around him. I've taken Alexa out of this room for that reason, because like she was always thought the world revolved around her. So now it's another one of the, what are they called? Smart assistants. Although they're not very smart because can't tell them you're not talking about them. You're not talking to them. I mean. Yeah, so I've been feeling a little bit blue. I'm blue. And I can't. It's really hard to. You know what I've been feeling blue about? I'm again going to be honest with you. I am scared I am going to run out of ideas. Now, whilst there are loads of ideas in my head currently, there will come a time when my ideas dry up. And with having made what are we on? 950. I think this video will be my 958th video. It might be the 959th video, which is a lot of videos, a lot of ideas, and that's why whilst I've got a lot of ideas, I don't bundle all my. That's why I have a Make It Monday where I usually bring a new idea to the table. I don't give a new idea every week because I would have exhausted them after about. Well, I don't know. My ideas just come to me, so I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I don't have a limited number of ideas in my head. They just happen. But you know, I'm worried that it'll be one day you'll all get fed up of me because I'm not giving you all of these great ideas anymore. And also, you know, my channel is growing. You know, it's not any kind of exponential rate. How big should I do that? Should I do that 2/8 at the bottom? How thick is this? Would it compress? Oh yeah, that's fine. 2/8 of an inch will be absolutely fine. I know I've made it bigger at the top, but they usually are. The Matchbook is usually bigger at the top. Yeah, so I'm just having a bit of a crisis, and also, you know, like when I invest as much time and effort into my channel as someone with 20,000 subscribers. And all I ask anybody to do is, well, you can do it now. Well, I'm going to mention it. Is just like my video, please. Just like my video. That's all I need from you. Even if you're not going to subscribe, please just like the video, because consistently, I'm getting about between I can't remember 180 to 200 views per video, which is, you know, fairly good for the number of subscribers I've got. But not enough people are liking it. So whilst it's being watched a lot, I'm not getting as many likes. Is that going to be in the middle if I do that? It is. So we do that. And that, obviously that's going to be too long now. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll do that. Okay, so where am I having this to come to? Because we... let's try again, Dave. Where are we going? So we're going to go to about where that line is here. Because obviously we don't want it to get... It's going to tuck in the lip at the top. So like this one here. This tucks in to just above the staple. But it doesn't go all the way down to the bottom, otherwise, well, you wouldn't be able to have the staple in there for a start. So I'll cut it to there. Let's take that out again. And we'll cut that. Oh no, let's not just cut it off like that, Dave, because that will not be straight. Not the kind of day that you're having. So yeah, so I've been putting a bit more advertising out on social media. So you might have seen me post. Well, if you haven't seen my posts on Instagram, what are you doing? Go and see the post on Instagram. Because that also helps. And also, for some reason, my voice has gone a bit croaky and wibbly wobbly today. Right, yes, that'll be just dandy. Right, are we going to just have a staple in the middle? Do we want a staple or do we have a rivet? A rivet? Rivet. Who invited the frog? Don't know. Maybe it was in my throat. The frog. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner. Oh yeah. I know that Rosie bought one of these quite recently. Bought it. I sent her the link for it. And because she'd said about this and what is this nifty little gadget. It's it's my little clippy thing. So they're reusable clips. You just pop it in like that and clip it, and then what not a lot of people know this, but on the end there is a little like catch, like a little lip, and you think, well, why is that there? That's just not very well made. It's there so that you can hook it over there and you can pull it off. That's why it's there. So just so you know. So yeah, so Rosie, I hope you're enjoying using it, because I use it for loads of things. It's great for that temporary locking in of something while you're working out some ideas. So like that, I can leave that there, and then I know this is not going anywhere whilst I work other things out. You can also rust these, and they're reusable. They just go back in the very end in there. So yeah. Anyway, right. What am I going to do? So I've done that bit. I think. Should I round the corners of that? Do I want to round the corners of that? You watch me round these corners and go, oh, I don't like it now. Me. Oh no, it's alright. It's alright. Fine. We're fine. I should have done this before I kind of just put that clip on it, but never mind. And then we'll round these corners. And this. Right. The only other thing I was just thinking is, was I happy with it like that, or would I rather have had it crystal file on the outside? No, we'll have crystal file on the inside. Don't get me singing again, Dave. On the inside, the sun still shines. He says, don't get me singing, and start singing. I think I might use a couple of rivets. Eyelet holes, that's what I mean by rivet. But I don't know what colour to use. I've only got... No, I've got some other colours in here. This is when the lid... I was taking the lid off something like this the other day. it got tacks in at work, and I was trying to get it off, and it popped off, and all of these tacks came raining down. You know, I could kind of see it was going to happen before it actually happened, but alas, it happened. And there was not a lot I could do about it. Not a lot. So, what am I going to do? Where am I going to have these? Let's just have a quick think about this. Have 2 tacks rather than a staple, because one staple in the middle it's not enough really for that kind of paper. Oh, I could perforate the paper. I could get my stabby device, couldn't I? That might be a good idea. Okay, so let's take this bit off first. Okay, take that off. And then, excuse me while I put my arm in camera. I'm going to feel around in here and see if I can find the stabby thing. Is the stabby thing in here? Yes. So, my stabby device, it's hardly a device, but my stabby thing. Right, I think what we'll do is we'll put one of them on here. Like that. So that'll just hold it nicely. Should I have done it? I should have done it on the other side. Silly fool. You fool. I just need that out of the way because of the amount of times I've stabbed myself on that. I'll put these all back in, don't worry. Let's put it on this side. Right, that's it. And then I can put my ruler on there, which means I've got something to roll this against. Let's put them in the back of that. And this was only a couple of pounds, a couple of dollars. Obviously, it was a couple of pounds to me, but similarly, it was a couple of dollars because it would be a similar sort of thing for you guys. So, I think if I have it the width of the ruler just to make it easier, I can't really make that any straighter. I can actually. Let's take that off. Let's do that. Let's clip that bit. So, I'm going to put that on there, and then I'll use my stabby thing to make some perforations whilst trying not to stab myself. You just don't want to go rolling off with this because you don't want it to go too giddy either, because that will just mean that you end up rolling off the side and stabbing yourself. So there we go, perforated that. Stabby thing can go over there in a corner, knowing its shame for stabbing me last time. And then I will put it away after the video, or I will forget and then go to pick something up and stab myself with it again, because it's not like it hasn't happened before. Right, they are going to go in there. I would like let's just see what we've got. Well, of course it's not going to, it's 7¼ inches wide. So, in the middle of 7¼ it would have been, if it was 7 it would have been 3½, so it's going to be 3 and 5/8. That's the middle, isn't it? 3 and 5/8. Oh, that's just off that line there. Okay, so where do we want for balance? Let's just put that on the 3½. For balance, right? Where do we want the rivets? So maybe on the 2 mark, and maybe on the. So what's the equivalent of the coming in 2 from? Is that 5? Is that right there? Is that right? That's 1½ from the middle. 1½ from the middle. Yeah, there. So I think, do you think that's going to be fine, or should they be a bit further out? Maybe it needs 3. Yeah, maybe it needs 3. Let's try that again then, Dave. Retake. Let's re-roll that. Okay, so instead of doing there, let's go 5.5 that side. So that's 1 inch in, well, 1 1/8 in from the end, and no, it's 1.5. No, it's not. Try again. It's 1 5/8 in from the end, and this is going to be 1 5/8 in from the end as well. I know it says 1/2, but there's my other 1/8 there. So there, where I'm going to put those rivet holes. Let's just do that before I think again. How far down do we want to go? Where's the, oh yeah, we want it to be like halfway through that ruler width. So where is that really? So that's what we use to mark that line. So about there. Again, let's reshuffle those papers. Reorganise, sorry, not shuffle. Get them together. Come on. On there. Right, so where's my clippy thing? Because I said that's what I was going to do to keep them in check. There we go, that's better. They're not going to move around so much now. I know that they kind of have wiggled a little bit that way, gone a little bit skew at the back, but no, I'm not happy, you know. This is what happens when you lose your mojo. Nothing seems to go right. Nothing can appease you because you overthink everything. I mean, I overthink everything anyway, because I'm an overthinker and I'm autistic, and you know that's part of that's how we roll. But when I'm not feeling it, I overthink everything twice as much. So every scenario is a disastrous scenario when you're overthinking. So we're going to put that there. How big a rivet do we rivet? Stop saying rivet, Dave. How big a hole do we need? Is it the big one we need? Yeah, it's the big hole, isn't it? Otherwise that's not going to go in the hole. Don't do that, Dave. Oh, don't do that, Dave, and then lose it. He says, losing it. Oh no, it's there. Is that the same colour? It is. Yeah. I can't tell. Yeah, I think it's going to be the bigger hole. So we're going to go there. Actually, let's go 1 in. Yeah, there. So I'm going to do a hole there. And a hole there. Where's me pokey thing? Pokey thing? Pokey tool, that's what I'm looking for. And then poker face. Sorry, I've got poker face in my head now because I said about pokey thing. Oh, there you go. That's perfect. That is the right size. Good. Nice when a plan comes together, especially when you're losing your marbles. Not that I ever have my marbles. Pop that out. And then let's don't put that one in yet until you've lost the other one. No, let's put that in there. Right, where's me thing? I never know which one I'm supposed to use for these things. Is it that? Is it that one? Or is it that one? It's definitely not that one, is it? It's going to have to be that one. I don't think is there a different option? Oh, there is. There's a wider one on there. I didn't realise that. How many times have you used this, Dave? Oh, only a few thousand. So, right, squeeze. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, it's not quite grasped it at the back, but like, it's all right. It'll do. I think with enough of them, there'll be enough coverage. So in there. Maybe that's the reason why they've never worked for me before, because I've never turned the head round. It's not quite caught, has it, at the back? So take that off. Do I want one in the middle? Or am I happy with that? Has it caught enough? I think we've kind of pushed it to the limits of its grabbiness. But we want it to look old anyway, don't we? We don't want it to look like it's perfectly good. That's why the paper's all creased and, you know, stained and everything. We want it to look like it's been around a while, which it does. That's great. So that's going to go into there. I think there's 2 holes actually. I'll leave it at the 2. I can always add more. What I can't do is take any away. I'll pop them into there with a pokey tool. Oh, let's get that rid of that knife as well. No, I'll put that there because I'll probably need it, but I just want it out of the way so I don't harpoon myself on it. Okay, so that's nice, like that. What we do need to do is we need to give it a bit of an ink, and think about how we're going to decorate it. What we're going to do to what I don't want to do is I don't want to get ink on the page. Ink on the page. Ink on the page. Ink on the page. I've got it singing it to ink on the page, singing it to blankety blank, which if you're not from the UK, you won't know what blankety blank is. Although I think you call it Snatch Game if you're in America. It was a show from the, I mean, like, it doesn't play, it doesn't, we don't have it anymore. At least I don't think it is running anymore. Terry Wogan used to present it, and then I think other people did after Terry Wogan, but Terry Wogan's days are the one I remember. He was a big personality, TV personality back in the late 70s, early 80s in the UK. He was an Irish guy. Blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank. That was the theme tune. It's hardly original, is it? Somebody took ages thinking of those lyrics. And then what else is it? Oh, Super Match Game, Super Match Game, Super Match Game, Super Match Game. That was like, you know, after you got through there were 2 contestants. They had to match with other people in the celebrities so there were, I think there were 6 celebrities in the panel. They had to match their, you know, it would be, I went to work and I came home and my dog had eaten blank, and you'd have to, you know, match with one of the celebrities, and then there'd be somebody would go through to the next round, and then there'd be another round of 2 contestants, and then they'd go through to the next round, and then those 2 would play against each other, and then I think the last bit was the Super Match Game. And I can't remember how it worked, but the stupid random things that come into your head, well, the stupid random things that come into my head, I'm not blaming you for my randomness. My randomness is entirely my own. So, right, let's have a look at what we're going to put on here. I mean, whilst they're nice, they're not mine, are they? So we could have them on there instead. They're quite fun. Could have a bit of foliage, Could have them in the foliage. Or we have it there. Oh no, because it ends with a. It ends there. It's been cut off there, whereas it's been cut out there. In fact, I could cut that bit out. So anyway, before I get to that stage, they could go in there, and then have something else there. Oh, I thought that was a big triffid. Triffid. I saw that bit, and I thought it was a triffid. It isn't. It's a. No, that's too much. Go from one extreme to the other, Dave. What's that? A couple of reedy things. Reedy things. Read it and weep. Read it and I'll shut up, Dave. Or do we want reads? No, it reads well on the page. It reads. No, Dave. Honestly, stop it. Stop it. Just stop it, Dave. No, I like that. I like that combination. And then I think maybe something else over here. I'm not sure what to have over there. That's a nice. Oh, where are we going to put that now? I had to leave that in here because obviously we need it, don't we? We need it for stuff. Okay, shall I use? No, not those. I actually prefer these ones. These ones. I was discussing these last night with Brian. These are, say that they're Tim Holtz, but they only say tonic on the front. These are just a straight blade, and don't like them as much as these that have got a slightly serrated blade, and you seem to be able to find your place better with these. So like once you stop and you go back to it, you can find it better. I think there's something to do with the serration anyway. Talk about over analysing a pair of scissors. It's a pair of scissors, Dave. Get on with it. So yeah, I bought those ones to replace these because I wanted not to replace them, but you know, when I knew that these weren't going to last forever, because all blades get dull, and because these have got a serrated edge, it's very hard to do anything with them. You know, you can't sharpen them. So I bought them just in case, the other ones just in case, and then they've disappointed me. Anyway, I'm not going to cut that out too much because they're going to be behind them anyway. And maybe it's because I'm a Londoner. Don't sing that again, Dave. Goodness sake. Right, I'm not going to cut all the white areas out, you know, the landlocked area bits out. Oh yeah, that's alright. He could have his leg behind the triffid. Maybe have, no, not completely behind, maybe just behind that one. Yeah, so them with, obviously they're going to go there, with something, maybe a flower. It's going to end up being the same flowers that I've used before because there's only a finite amount of flowers in this thing. No, maybe not. Maybe not that. Maybe it's not a flower today. Maybe it is not a flower. Maybe it is something else. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's a bit of newsprint, not newsprint. You know what I mean? I quite like those. I've been keeping those for something. Maybe I do use those. Let's cut those out and see what they look like. So I might cut them out as one piece. Let's just try it as a square block first, and then go from there. Or square block, I mean a rectangle block. That's not. We can't make a rectangle square. So do I want it like that? Maybe no. Maybe as two separate pieces. The ABC brand of Matchbook. This is. I mean, like, I think that's what it's supposed to say. A, B, D, something, blob, square, circle, P, 8 or figure of 8. No, sorry, S or figure of 8. U, V, triangle, smaller triangle. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Yeah, I thought they were actually just letters, and then like I've looked closely into it, and some of them are just blobs. They are blobs. We'll just go with blobs for now, because I thought these were numbers, but maybe they're not, or maybe they are, or maybe it's because I'm a Londoner. I don't know. I don't know what they are. So we have maybe that, like that. Maybe just the one. Maybe just the one, actually. And then we have a bit of. We need something bigger than that, don't we? Bit of text, I think. Of some description. Some of this. Something from the archive. Useful corner cramps. Okay. I thought it said clamp. Is it clamps? Oh, gay balancing toys. Maybe that's the that's the title for these. You know. Chemistry at home. Oh dear! Don't do chemistry at home, people. Britain's new navy. It's a slightly darker colour blue. Oh, shut up, Dave. Not. Let's see. If I take that bit out, what am I getting rid of? Oh no, I'm going to lose the gay bit. And I think I'm going to have to use that at some point in something tongue-in-cheek style. I don't want to use that either. Maybe another one of these that isn't this. I've got a few of these somewhere. I have had a few of these. I mean, I might have got burnt through them by now. Who knows? But I'm not burning them. I'll just point that out. I don't mean physically burning, actually burning them. I mean using them. There we go. We've got some more here. That's just missing its cover, so. Poultry drinking fountain. Your favourite sweets? Oh, making toffee. Oh dear, no, Dave, don't. That's the problem when you actually look through them. You're like, oh, I can't use that. Okay, let's use this page. Some of them look too fascinating to use. Okay. Get rid of that. Right, I'm going to tear this out roughly, kind of following the text block shape. Well, not all of it, obviously. Like that. We put you. Let's put that on there. Maybe like that. That on there. Get rid of that. Don't know what that is. And you on there. Or do we want that under there? And that on there. I quite like the under. And we could have something else here, and then I think that will lift the whatever we stick to that bit. Yeah, I think we might as well just piece that together, haven't we? So let's just move that to there. There's a flat bit here and a flat bit there. Well, it's not particularly flat, but flatter than, I mean straight, not flat. Let's move that out of the way before I harpoon myself with that, and I'm just going to glue this bit down. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I was thinking the glue wasn't coming out, but it is. I've moved that there. put that back on there, that on there, that on there. So that goes up there to there. Right. So those two pieces, those components are glued together now, so it's easier for me to place. I'll just have them just hanging over a little bit, and I can then cut them straight from this side. Then I can cut them off that bit. Okay, so I'll glue those bits down. I want to leave that bit up because that's going to go round his leg. So that's that bit there, so I won't put any glue on there. Just want to get all of these little bits. So, you know, I don't think I've done too bad today, considering I was completely lacking in mojo. It's really hard as well, you know, when the pressure's on. You know what it's like, don't you? When you've got stuff that you need to do, and then the pressure is on to come up with ideas, and you just, they are not forthcoming. You know, and I've only have, because if I don't make my videos today, which is Sunday for me, then they don't get made because I work full time, so I can't afford to give up work. I'm not, and I don't do a mainstream thing, because if I'd got 1,000 videos and I was kind of mainstream, I made stuff that other people, that general people liked, I might be able to give up my day job, but I make crafty things which are only suitable for people that are crafty. So I'm just going to do this. I know I should really use a ruler. Yep, Dave, use a ruler. Use a ruler. Where is what? Oh, there you go. There's a one here, but there's the littler one. That one there. That will do. Do that. Yeah, I need to cut that bit off. Sorry, I'm going to have to lean in, I'm afraid. I've cut my hair, so it's shorter than the last time you saw me. I was starting to look a bit like I was going to join a rock band. I mean, it was long. Probably not as long as I'm implying by saying I was going to join a rock band, but, you know, it was too long for me. I don't like long hair. I've never been a long haired person. I mean, on me. I'm not saying on other people. I just mean on me, which is a good job really, because I don't have any now. So I've got to that age where I don't. There's more on my chin than there is on my head. But even when I had it on my head, I was happy for it to be short. Vic likes short hair as well, although he has lovely soft hair, very thick, dark brown, almost black, and it is gorgeously soft. So I don't mind him when his hair's a little bit longer, but not like ponytail long. I'm not talking. But you know, he equally, like me, doesn't like it to be too long. So anyway, good match there, aren't we? So we're a good match anyway, because we both like similar things, but also equally we are different enough. So it's good for me. I'm seeing him tonight, although I did warn him that, you know, there was work going on in the house tomorrow morning. They're coming tomorrow morning at 7:30 in the morning, so that's going to be fun, isn't it? I've got to be up early doors so that he can start work, because he's going to have to drain my central heating system, so he's going to have the water off, which means I've got to have got up, not just got up, but had a shower as well. So there we go. Right, okay, I'm going to put that over that leg. Now, I think it hangs up a little bit now. Trim that bit off. Yep, that's alright. Cool. Yep. We're going to have that. Definitely still having that, or should we have that one? I don't know. Actually, I don't know whether I want them. I definitely want something on there. But what? An adjustable seesaw? No. I'm not putting the gay thing on there. DC models from AC mains. I quite like that because it's quite a long bit of text. Let's use this. Doesn't have to have a rhyme or a reason. It's just I liked it. I put it on there. Why did you put that on there? I liked it. Alright? No, it's not alright. Well, tough. Just do your own thing. Don't worry about what other people think, which is really, I mean, like, I'm probably trying to convince myself of that as well, because I know that I do. But is that what, I can't remember quite what the phrase is, the quote. Isn't it something like comparison is the thief of joy? And yeah, I can well believe it, because it does. It robs you of your, you know, what you think in your own little world looks fantastic, and then you compare yourself to somebody else. Don't do that. Too much in my life have I done that. And I've just had to learn to accept that I'm odd, and that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that despite being really nice, people aren't necessarily going to be nice to me. So there's nothing you can do about it. You can plead with people, but it takes a lot to change somebody's mind or opinion about you. Yes, that's better. I prefer that. I think that kind of feels a bit more cohesive. I will stick that on there. Do I want anything else on there? Do I want a piece of that behind it? Or am I going a bit over the top? I'm worried about using this now, because I'm really enjoying using it. I quite like that, actually. Let's do that. I love using this. The thing is, I'm worried now that I will use it up one day, which is, you know, silly, because we don't have these things just to keep them, do we? So how long do I need that? I'll tell you what, why don't you stick it on there first, Dave, and then you'll know how long you need. We'll go from there. Put the glue on the back of there. But yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You kind of just have to get on with the fact that you are you, and there's nothing you can do. And I'm sure it's not supposed to rhyme, but it did. And no, Dave, that's too far over that way. There we go. Oh, you should never have sent me this, Tracy. This is just like, I love this stuff. Too much. Bit addicted to it. It's the fabric tape stuff. So it's not just like washi tape, it's fabric tape. But I mean, like, you know, it could be anything, couldn't it? You don't use a bit of washi tape, but I just don't have any washi tape that's quite as exciting in this width. Oh dear. Now I can't get the back thing off. Oh no. Never say never. I'll pop that on there. Across there. Oh, I love that. Yep, that's it. That's the one. Okay, so let's have something here. Now, what do we want here? Should we try this flower again? Maybe the flower will work this time. No, it doesn't, does it? We just have to be honest with ourselves. It's not going to work. Maybe we can have a number or a couple of numbers. I mean, like, it's got the yellow. No, what's this colour? What's this? I can't remember me colours. What me colours called? Green. Oh dear. Let's just try a bush. No, can't have that and those numbers. I could do with another number though. Do have some more in here, but I don't know where. They're not kind of in any order. They're just. Let's have a look what a couple of fungi are, because there are a couple of fungi going on there. Why are they all the same number? Oh, hang on, they're 6, not 9. Because flowers grow up. Oh, what? There's a different number here. What's that? 3. 63. Right. Let's see. We'd put that on and then 63. Is that too much? Too little? Not enough? Don't like it like that. I like, if I'm going to have it, I like it to be overlapping. Okay, let's do the overlapping. Let's just distress this down a bit so it blends in better. Couple of fungi, because there are a couple of fungi. And pop that on. Yeah. I was watching somebody explain why the plural of octopus, an octopus, the plural of octopus is more than one thing. So there's more than one way to say a plural of octopus, other than saying a plural of octopus. You can say octopus, octopi, or octopuses, or you can say octopolus. I think that's what she said. I was like, I've never even heard of that. So if you said that to me, I'd be like, what? That sounds like an octopus that's fallen over. It's toppled. I think that. Yep, I think that. Blankety blank, blankety blank. I think that. 63. Excellent. Oh yeah, see? It's nice when the plan comes together. Even when you're lacking your motivation or what's the other word? Mojo, that's the other word. Well, that's another word anyway. I like that. Right, okay, might just soften the whitey bit down as well, make it look a little bit more old looking. So inside we've got this page. Oh look, it's folded, but it should just tear out. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh well. Well, it's definitely got a. There you go. It's tearing now. Well, it's tearing on that end. There you go. It's torn with a bit of rip, but it's also got a perforated bit there. But anyway, that's that's for another day. But that is that. Do we want something across the bottom is the thing. So that's going to tuck into there. Maybe something across here. Do we want we have a little mushroom, or we've got a couple of little numbers here. Maybe a couple of little numbers, whatever they are. 24. Because they just kind of popped to the surface. Don't know whether I can find any more, so I don't know whether there's a choice of numbers. I think it's just you're having what you get. You get what you're given. We want. What do we want? You'd have that there, and then maybe a word across there. Maybe we'll have either one of mine or one of Tim's, depending on what there is. What we've got. One of mine, Zeitgeist. An octopus. I keep saying I need to do some more of these. Mellifluous. No, it's not mellifluous really, is it? An octopus, no. Yippee, yes. I think maybe zeitgeist if it's anything from here. Yeah, let's put zeitgeist on. I'm going to ink around the edge though. Maybe a bit more ink on it. Put that lid on there. Oh. Like that. Right, put them up there. That's right. Ink around the edge of this. Bit of randomness across the surface of it. Put that on there. I think we might put the 24 kind of. Do we want the 24 slightly over it? So either that way up. Yeah, we'll do that. Just glue this. And blue baba doo doo baba dee da da doo. Am I going for 24 or 42? 24. 24 feels right. Is that because it's numerically sequential that it seems right? I don't know. Although 63 seemed right, and that isn't numerically sequential. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't something quite as often as I should have. Little things. Oh no, what am I doing? Inking the edges of it, Dave. That's too thin to see the edges of it, Dave. But just ink the back. And then try and peel it off. We'll have it so it sits around that rivet. Oh, we're gonna have to chop it off. Oh no, we'll just fold it over. That's great, that can fold this way, but then we'll chop the rest of it off this side. I think I might have chopped a bit of the cardboard up. That's cool. Oh, I'm so glad I persevered and actually. Who's Percy? Persevered? I don't know him. Do you know him? Persevered? Is he one of yours? Sorry. Brain. It doesn't matter how I'm feeling. My brain is always on the avenge. Yes. So yeah, I'm glad I persevered. Because I was doubting myself, but actually I like the way that's turned out. That looks good. It's a nice big matchbook style. Got some pages in there. We've got it perforated. Not the best perforation in the world, but you know, it's typical of perforation though, isn't it? And like, you know, those things where it says like food where it says peel here and you could peel it and the corner comes off. What's that about? I'd rather you just didn't bother. So, anyway, shut up, Dave. Random thoughts that come into your head. So that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Sorry it wasn't necessarily a Make It Monday. It was we've made something though. But Make It Mondays will be back when I have the capacity and the space, and I'm not overrun by the fact that everything's in a box at the moment. So there we go. So thank you very much for spending some time with me. Not bad for a tiny bit of inspiration. This tiny bit of inspiration that I made prior to coming on video led us to this. So that can go in the Finish It Friday folder. And we have finished this one. So thanks very much for spending some time with me. Please do give it a thumbs up. It really does help. I really do. You know, it can be soul destroying making all of these videos and not seeing the performance that, you know, I'd like to see. But you know, anybody that's liked my video, I really am grateful. And like other people's videos as well. You know, we're all trying to provide you with free entertainment, and liking a video is your gratitude. So thanks very much for spending some time with me. My name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, folks. Love you loads. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs. I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye.